Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. You know the deal on random runs by now. 4, that'll be Judas, and that'll be scary. I'm a little frightened. Let's go, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you know I'm not scumming it up and just choosing who I want for the randoms, because under most circumstances, escape here. C0LYWZBQ. We're very lucky to be on the basement, I will say. But I would much prefer to not be Judas. I'll tell you that much, for dang sure. So I'm going to be a little wary here. We do have some huge positives as Judas, obviously. We're guaranteed to deal with the devil on this floor. One key puts us in a pretty good situation where we actually can open one of these item rooms now. Or, if we'd prefer, we can go to the shop. Which way are we going here? Good question. If we'd prefer... Oh, geez, that was a little dangerous. Don't get too spooked here. We can go to the shop, and on the shop we might be able to buy a spirit heart. Honestly, that's probably the better option, but, you know, we are also certainly a little bit, I wouldn't say handcuffed, but influenced by the fact that our item room is right here. Sorry, I totally forgot that this is not... Yeah, we'll definitely take this. I much prefer the tier up and the small damage downgrade, because the tier up is so nice. But, I forgot that in Curse of the Blind, not Curse of the Blind, Curse of the Labyrinth on Rebirth, you actually do not need to use keys to get into your item rooms. That's a huge help. Strength card, also potentially... What is going on? No. We're not doing this right now, Skype, okay? Bear Taffy is trying to figure out how to optimize his Google Plus profile. That's not going to be what's going to cause the frame rate that throws the streak off, okay? We're just not going to do it. So I'm really worried about... nothing except these champion flies. If we can clear out a little bit of the trash in the meantime, that's great. I'm just worried about the champion flies, because they have the ability to maybe deal 1 damage each. I don't know, though. I actually don't. 1's down, 2 down, 2 down. Whoa, a little bit of a close call there. So we only need to use, oh, Tinted Rock, too. We only need to use our key for the shop, then. We'll save strength for now. Of course, the pill might be useful, but I'm actually feeling really good about where we're at. It depends on the bosses we get, but since we're on the basement, I'd probably expect the bosses to be fine. Oh. Why? Why, God? Okay, sure. Tears up, beautiful. Let's D100 the shit out of this run. I'm ready. Let's do it outside, just in case we want to take our Book of Belial with us. We've D100'd. We have no range. Damage seems pretty solid. Obviously, rate of fire is out of control. 1 bomb to get in there seems like a pretty decent deal. What's the protocol, in case you're not familiar with the D100 for the streak? I will D100 until I find a run that is either insane or really, really good, like too good to pass up. At which point, I will stop D100ing. So it's actually possible that I might just not do it again, but I want to be true to the laziness, sorry. I want to be true to the absurdity a little bit, you know? Like, we got to do at least a couple of rerolls on the D100. We got to see what the game has to offer us before we get a free pass to leave. I hate finding the D100 in an item room so early, because all of a sudden you have no idea what the rest of the run is going to look like, but that's also part of the fun of it. I gotta say, like, I had some people send me feedback like, man, before the streak you were, like, zany. Now you just, you know, protect your run like you're a concerned mother or something like that. I don't buy it, man. I'm still using this zany shit all the freaking time. But I'll admit that's influenced me a little bit. And I'm like, oh, man, I feel the pressure now to be more zany. Black Candle is so good. And we're gonna re-roll it, but at least the Black Heart will stick with me. 2 of clubs. We'll check for like a secret room and then use it, just because we're gonna take strength with us. Could have re-rolled it, I guess, but what's the point? Let's re-roll ourselves again. We got Rotten Baby, like Tech, Small Rock. Is this zany enough? I mean, we've done some semi-zany stuff here. Maybe we'll re-roll ourselves just one more time. We'll see what's going on in the shop, and then we'll take Book of Belial and go. Like this, reroll ourselves again. Just another battery in case we really hate this one, which I do. Anti-grav. Anti-grav something. Is that an attack fly? I think it's just a fly. So now we'll take Book of Belial with us, and we'll get on our merry way. I think we fudged ourselves up enough with D100 here to basically not know what's going on, and that's kind of, you know, business as, or working as intended, I should say. We get to take our half-decent item with us in Book of Belial, and then, you know, continue on our merry way. Yeah, I don't feel bad about this. I think we've done a good job making ourselves weird enough here to start with. Plus, we have crazy rate of fire. Like, that's actually pretty good. Let's see what the heck's going on here. So we don't want to use Book of Belial here, I think. We'd rather use it against the second boss, just because Famine is A, relatively easy, and of course we want to make sure that we also get a Deal with the Devil, which I think you don't need to use Book of Belial to guarantee the Deal with the Devil, but if there's any risk involved that we would need to use it, why not just do it right now, right? Anti-grav also leads to all sorts of cool synergies, so I'm relatively happy. I think we've satisfied all requirements for a little bit of zaniness on this run without completely sacrificing our chances to win as Judas. And remember, you know, Judas is a little bit of a tricky character for the streak anyway because of his low starting HP, but it's not like he's hard to win with once you get a start, of course, but either way, I'm happy with this. Let's head down to the next floor. I basically don't know what items I have except for anti-grav and some kind of speed upgrades, certainly, because we are very fast, but we'll roll with it, and I think I'm relatively pleased to be here. Try to keep it light on the streak. Oh, geez, try to keep it light on the streak talk for now, because I think like 104, 105. Unless we're talking about a radio station, who cares? You know, those aren't huge milestones necessarily. And in a way, it's kind of nice, because all we gotta do in order to build the streak up is continue doing our damn job. We gotta do our job consistently for a long time, and if we succeed at doing so, oh, such bad timing there, but if we succeed at doing so, we stand a pretty good chance. Emperor card probably does beat Strength card, let's be honest. I like that, you know? It's like your 33rd birthday or something like that. Hey, it's my 33rd birthday. Well, you cool, go to work. You're a year older, that's not something to not celebrate, but at the same time, you know, what do you, everybody gets a birthday. There's that great Patton Oswalt joke about birthdays, which is like you get 20-something birthdays. I actually forget the exact number, but he's like, you know, every year until you're like 15, you get a birthday. You get a birthday party. People get to care about it. And then when you turn 16, you get a birthday because you can drive. That's a big one. When you turn 17, no birthday because 17 doesn't mean anything. When you turn 18, you get a birthday because it's the age of majority. After that, no birthdays till 21, and then you only get one every 10 years, you know, when you enter your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and, you know, God willing, 70s, 80s, 90s, etc., etc. There's some truth to that, man. Like, sometimes, I used to work in an office, and, you know, there would be, like, 40-year-olds, and they'd be like, hey, today's my birthday. And I'm like, that's actually awesome. Like, you should be celebrating, but at the same time, what do you want me to, it's not my fault, it's your birthday. What do you want me to do? Like, buy you a present or something? We're co-workers. We're not friends. We're not peers. We don't exist in the same demographics. We have different interests, you know. I don't make a big deal. I don't make a big deal about my birthday anymore. Cause, you know, I'm in my mid to late 20s. 26, 27, no birthday, man. I'm not just being an asshole. I also live by the credo myself. Gotta watch out for the explosions here. We are taking a little bit more damage than I'd like to take. And also admit, but definitely more than I'd like to take. And this is also, you know, if you want to celebrate a birthday, don't let a curmudgeon like me get up your butt, right? Like, you should do whatever you want. I'm just saying. Don't expect me to necessarily be all over the birthday train. It's a little presumptuous, if I do say so myself. We are going to blow this up. I'm not really expecting to get the Blood Bag or IV Bag with this little money anyway. Let's try it. I will admit, I'm starting to get a little nervous. Why? Because we have two of my, we have one of my least favorite items for not taking dumb damage, Fire Mind. I take dumb damage with Fire Mind all the freaking time. We don't have any respawn ability, we don't have a ton of HP. So I gotta be a little concerned, I think, about how this is gonna go for us here. I mean, we are doing a lot of damage, especially with Book of Belial active. And Fire Mind, when it goes off and has that persistent fire damage in the right position, it's great. But we gotta make sure that we're okay too. No reroll, so we take the box. Empress is okay. Telepills, not really. Krampus, this could be fine. I don't have a problem really with fighting Krampus at this juncture. And a lump of coal pickup would actually be incredible. Krampus's head, not so much, but you know, nothing has changed. You have to pay the Krampus tax at some point anyway, so you might as well pay it now, as far as I'm concerned. Ugh. Of course, when it was Krampus's head, I wasn't so happy, but still. Do have a key now, thanks to the box. I don't think any of these are really worth it, but I'll buy this just for now. Do a little exploration. Obviously, we're in the market for more cat pieces, considering we're a little far off from becoming Guppy, but we have the... I thought I was going to get hurt when I walked through that for some reason, because I don't use Fire Mine very often. We have the tail, so more keys would be awesome. We also just found the second secret room completely by accident. I would never have looked for that. Telepills? Found pills. Full health, good to know. Bombs are key, I think it's worth it. We'll take the Emperor with us, and I think, honestly, I'm going to pop the Emperor, like, right away on the next floor. Just to see if we can get something good right off the bat. So let's head down. Again, I think I have the right to be a little nervous here. What's our timing like right now? We're fast, but still like to get this taken care of. Chub with no tinted rocks here. Something we're obviously going to be on the lookout for is more tinted rocks, considering we're presently at a dearth of them for sure. But we're doing a ton of damage, so I'm very happy about that. And of course, we got to deal with the devil. Would have loved some HP there, but you got to do what you got to do. And I think probably it is the right decision to take the pact here, even though it scares the crap out of me. So let's just do our part to have another good floor where we don't take so much dumb damage. I got to admit, it's also, you know, feels good to be in kind of a risky position because it forces you to play sharp. You know, your success or failure hinges largely on your ability to not be totally shitty. So that's something I think it motivates me to play better. And I think usually when the pressure's on, I do play better, you know? I don't really... Oh, God, we got out of it. I don't really buy the idea that there's more like... This is one of my things that, like, when I say it, I know it's bullshit, but I can't change the way I feel about it. You know how in sports, people are like, oh, he's clutch. He's really good under pressure. I don't necessarily... I think we're going to get PhD, which is going to rub some people the wrong way, but I don't necessarily buy the idea that there's some people who are better under pressure than others. I think there's just, like... a standard deviation, you know? I think if you have like 2 shit games in the playoffs, all of a sudden people are like, oh, he's not clutch. He might be clutch. He might have just had a couple of... There's a standard deviation, you know? Even Tom Brady only has like a 2% or a 98% chance to have a good game. You could accidentally have 2 of those in a row, and that could inform the reputation that people have on you for the rest of your life. But also, I don't know, because I do think there are people who perform better under pressure. I don't know if there's people that consistently perform worse, though. As I say it, I'm like, that's really ignorant and stupid. But at the same time, what can I say? It's an irrationality that I, in my head, I'm still like, I sort of believe it. Like, I had this friend who very rarely washed his hands. And he was like, well, by not washing my hands, I'm making the human race stronger. Because, you know, we're getting, we're building up resistances to the common bacteria that you would find. Or at least the bad bacteria that you would find on your hands after going to the bathroom. I think that it probably occupies the same niche for him. Whereas, like, you know that scientifically that's fucking silly. But at the same time, I don't think I don't know enough to convince you that why that's stupid. So I guess, by all means, continue going on being an idiot. I'm sure that, you know, people who are 80 years old and dying from the flu that you're transmitting from your hands are like, well, thank you for saving the human race. Sebastian, not his real name. That's the kid's name from the Never-Ending Story. Alright, so we got Shielded Tears. I like it with our huge rate of fire. Shouldn't be a huge problem to succeed with this. It actually is a little dangerous, because now with Fire Mine, maybe if the shots get blocked, they could still explode in my face. I actually don't know. Happy we have bombs here. What the heck happened there? Didn't feel right. Balls of Steel. Well worth it. Well worth it. Tears Up, also well worth it. Starting to feel a little better here, but obviously we're in a little bit of a tricky position because I don't have very much HP. Or I don't have any permanent HP. I've got these Spirit Hearts to go on. How are you not dead? Like, I know I'm not doing a ton of damage. That was a great shot. Kudos to you. I know I'm not doing a ton of damage, but still, I would have expected it to be a little better than that. With 3 keys, let's try to open up one of these. And it was definitely, decidedly not worth it. We should be using Book of Belial more often, by the way. That's obvious, and I often forget about it. You are in for a bad time. What? I really should have unleashed those shots. Look at how much he got away with there. Also should not have stood there. A little too risky. Alright, well, boss rush is probably a distant pipe dream at this point. We could buy the Spirit Heart. I wouldn't be against it. 7 bombs, let's try for a clutch magic mushroom pickup, or maybe a better pill. Range up is okay. Full health is not useful, but more useful than I found pills. That is very fair. Obviously, secret room won't be there. I'm very, very wary about the fact that these bullets could explode in my face super easily. Piercing shots, shielded tears is something that we should be paying attention to. It would be awesome to be able to get that. I hate to do this, but I'm going to blow up our donation machine. Because I feel like BFF plus our orbital is a worthwhile get. And I'm also going to buy the Spirit Heart, because who knows how much HP we're going to have on the next floor. We don't have any, like, arcade precedents to really worry about, so why don't we just go for it? Alright, second secret room. If I were a second secret room, I would be here. Alright, that might have been... You know what? You might hate me for this, but I'm going to try. Okay. I had to believe, man. There is a tinted rock in here. Did I not fight Chubb and say there was no tinted rock in here, or was that last floor? Either way, it worked out. And we got the pact there, if I remember correctly. Okay, decent. Necropolis 1, HP is serviceable, but of course you'd like to have more, or the ability to replenish it. Or have at least some permanence to it, I suppose. There's a lot of things we could be asking for right here. I guess forget that bomb for now. Maybe later we'll find the ability to fly so we can do something about it. Goad this guy into taking a shot. I don't know. Our DPS actually seems really, really good right now as a result of the Tears upgrades and anti-grav and Fire Mine doing some persistent damage. And of course, you know, getting 15 Tears upgrade pills doesn't hurt either. Money situation is probably not going to work itself out here. That's 2 bombs for that is probably worth it, considering there's money in it right from the get-go. On top of everything else. There's no bombs, though. I don't even know if it's going to be close, but I sort of feel like I have to make sure I get some more bombs before I go for it necessarily. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, a little money. Let's fight our boss. This is what it's all about here, is these deals with the devil. All we really need to do is get a couple more Guppy items, and this is a foregone conclusion. Might have looked crazy, but that actually worked out very well for us. 1 Hierophant card for 1 bomb. Totally decent trade. Adversary is rough. That was probably the most impotent brimstone shot I have ever seen from the adversary, actually. So we just put down a lot of shots in an area where I thought they would hit, and literally none of them did, which is ridiculous, but it's okay. It happens from time to time. That one was a lot better. There we go. That's more along the lines of what I'm looking for there. This should do him in, I think. That was not bad at all, actually. Caffeine pill, well, at least we like pills, and speed's not a bad thing, even at this advanced stage. Probably the ability to fly is not cost prohibitive. Everything else a little too cost prohibitive. It's okay, though. I'm pretty pleased with it. Pretty pleased with it. At least we didn't use our bombs over here, because, hey, we just got... we got set. At first I was like, we should use our sun card because we don't have HP. Then I realized my pill is just a worse version of the sun card. Blank card, sun card, no HP. Is this worth getting rid of Book of Belial for? That's a very interesting question. You know what? I think it probably is. Just for shits and giggles. We get super mapping out of it. We get the Necronomicon effect. There's some cool stuff with it. 3 rerolls, all consumables on the ground, I think. So let's give this a shot. Hopefully get some more keys out of it. Now that we can fly, golden chest should probably be a little easier to open, because we don't have to spend 2 keys to open all of them. I kind of like this. It's weird, but I'm kind of into it. It's like Fairuza Balk back in like the early 2000s, late 90s. You know, the craft type era. I think it was the craft. And the water boy, of course. Yeah, okay, the Maggie's Faith I think is fine here as long as we're not worried about permanent Polaroid invincibility, which, to be honest with you, I'm really not. And if we can pick up some HP, then it becomes even better. Like, this combination becomes even better, I should say. So we didn't pick up this bomb, and it's still there, and you turn that into a chest. I've got to admit that actually Goat Hoof is not terrible for us either. or would not be terrible, except for the fact that our speed is already ridiculous. Yeah, I'm liking the look of this more and more as time goes on. Every time we get a key out of that, an angel gets its wings. We should be able to donate a little bit more money back to our donation machine here. I think we just get through this room without using the sun card, then use the sun card to nuke a wave on the mob trap room, probably. It's probably not even worth doing, honestly. Now that I think about it. Like, what's the point? We'd get the credit for fighting the room, but that's about it. I'm just glad we're getting a lot of money out of this. Definitely, this is an unusual Judas run. I mean, we've gotten rid of Book of Belial twice. We started with, you know, anti-grav technology. Well, we got rid of technology, but we started with anti-grav, at least. So it's certainly unusual. I like it, though, as a result of its unusualness. Red patch is also okay, but something we don't want. But definitely we'll be looking into our... 3 wouldn't have rerolled the item, the Book of Belial, so that's okay. Ah, it was Judas. Sorry, it was Creed. We are Judas, of course. I've played this game before. So we'll pick up a lot of money from that. Hopefully we'll get to donate a bunch of it on the next floor, because I don't really have too much interest in buying 2 items from the shop, probably. Oh, it's not an Eternal Heart. But 2 Spirit Hearts is actually really worthwhile. The elephant in the room is that we still have no HP. Or very, well, we have no HP, very little Spirit Heart. Spirit Hearts, I suppose. Alright, let's get some mapping done. Get a chance. It's a Magician. We have bombs, so let's go into this room. Just in case. Check here for a secret room. Sometimes it'll happen. Just a very common location for it. Alright, so here's some more money. So we know that our shop is going to be useful. At the very least, it's not going to have greed in it. There's a blank card here. I'm really starting to dig this blank card. It's working out fairly well. There's a double key room, so I kind of want to save keys for a little while. Which is more care than I usually take on these floors, so I think that's a positive. Ideal boss fight to me right now doesn't matter. Ideal payout is DPS. HP also would not be bad. Just hoping for, like, deals with the devil if we can swing him. I know we got rid of Book of Belial, but the Guppy dream is still, you know, alive in my head right now. Oh, please. So easy. I hate those guys. Without the sun card, those guys are super annoying. And now we're actually... Oh, that was very dumb. We're gonna have 1 HP on the next floor. 1 and a... Why open that? Come on. We'll go to the shop instead of the item room first, just so we can buy a key, I'm assuming. But that was a very stupid play on my part. Anti-grav is super bad on this room. Really terrible. Unless we can somehow get you to line up, like, next to the shots. The shots will travel away, but only after we unleash them. There is a key for sale. Okay, we will take this as well. I can't see this being bad. We'll take the mapping. We have PhD. It's telepills. Okay, let's donate as much money as they'll let me give here. I don't expect it to be too much, but we'll give as much as we can. Battery doesn't help us too much either. It's taking more than I expected, so I'm going to take a drink of my water here. Oh, okay, it's done. That was still pretty good. Telepills could get us out of the boss trap room, were it not already impossible to go in. Virgo is a little bit overkill, honestly, from the, well, thanks to the PhD effect, but I'm happy to have it regardless. And we don't have enough keys to get into, well, like any room at all, basically, but we can at least go to our boss trap room in the hopes of picking up like a second cat piece. That's nothing. And if possible, it might be nice to make sure that we get our sun card charged up for either the mom fight or, more likely, I guess now that I think about it, just to save it until the next floor. We might be able to do this twice, actually. Book of Shadows is real good. I'm not going to deny this. Especially considering we have Nun's Habit, and especially considering we have Nun's Habit and the BFF Orbital. Is it better than Blank Card Sun? I have to feel like Blank Card Sun gives us the edge just in terms of like, let's get this off the screen, it's blocking enemies now. I have to feel like it gives us the edge in terms of survivability, weirdly enough. Because in a few floors we're gonna be, or we're gonna be doing real well on HP, or at least decently on HP. That was not a good pickup. Hopefully some more keys here. Like, starting next floor, we have 1 red heart and 1 eternal heart. That's not super amazing. Well, it's not even... It doesn't benefit from the sun, let's just put it that way. But, 2 rooms left. Let's just save our mapping for the next floor. But I think this is still the proper choice. It's admittedly not a super easy decision because Book of Shadows Nun's Habit with a BFF orbital is actually awesome. But I think we've, if not the right decision, I think we've made a right decision here. That's okay. That did not mean to do that. I think what happened in my brain there is that it went, hey, you're gonna fight the boss, get ready to hit space to clear the interstitial, you know, like the quote-unquote cutscene. Obviously, that was not a smart idea. But we're only gonna have to do, like, 2 more rooms on the next floor anyway. Less if we get hit, I guess, in order to get the mapping back. But, of course, we also just really don't want to get hit. I also, I guess, should keep in mind that because we have Book of Shadow, or because we have the Polaroid coming, we don't need to worry about Book of Shadows as much, because every time we get hit, we will get... oh, no, because we're not going to have full HP. Or, sorry, we're not going to have Spirit Hearts. Sorry, my Isaac Fu is all off right now. Certainly we'll take Sin Robes. Guppy Dream's probably dead. That's okay. Down to the next floor. We got extra damage for nothing there. And we already have the compass, so we have like some form of mapping that can help us get close. Doesn't appear that that will be our secret room in all likelihood. Now this is where Maggie's Faith is supposed to start to kind of get a little out of control. Looking for tinted rocks here. Do not see any. This one's going to be a little bit more touch and go than you would probably expect from your average Judas run, I think. But I think we're going to do it. I think we got more than enough to take us there. Got a double boss fight here. Luckily, we're not worried about getting like a 2nd level cube of meat or anything like that. Got to donate fairly nicely to our donation machine. At least I think we more than broke even on it. That cannot be a secret room, so the question becomes, do we want to trade a Spirit Heart to go to our curse room? And honestly, I think in this situation we've got enough HP and enough grounds for expecting more HP later that the answer could be yes. So let's give it a shot just in case. The upside could be pretty high. It still might be. Yeah, the upside was totally fine. Bombs are key. Yes, we will take that. We more than broke even, so that's all I'm really concerned about. Still have a bomb to get into the secret room. We'll just use that, like, exactly whenever it's available. Set up a firing line here, basically to slow him down. When did we get Abel, man? Did I really just gloss over that in my head so much because I dislike Abel that I didn't even remember getting him? Did I make a comment about getting Abel? Did he? Oh, you know what happened? He probably showed up on a reroll. Like, sorry, a D100 reroll. That makes a lot of sense. I love Anti-Grav for being able to set traps like this. Like, you know the hands are going to drop in a position that you've already been, so... Makes perfect sense. Another Balls of Steel pill, this is huge. And of course it's Mr. Fred, because it's always Mr. Fred. There's always something good going down at Mr. Fred. Okay, yeah, whatever, shoot your bullets, see what happens. We just want to make sure we hit him with as many bullets as we can before he dips down again. Oh man, I love that that stops the creep as well. Not that we could be hurt by it, but still. Super easy. Breakfast for an HP up. Very happy to have it. And we will... My balls. My balls hurt. I opened it. I got a little spooked. Walked out. There were 3 items we totally could have taken there and still had HP. There's always something good going down at Mr. Fred. Yikes. That was... I mean, we're still gonna win. That was very stupid, though. Could have been, like, Death's Touch and 2 Guppy items. Of course, it could have been, like, horse shit as well. But at the same time, it was pretty dumb of me. I'm not gonna try to deny this. Do we have another curse room? You're definitely gonna get exploded. I don't know if it saves me much time to do this, but... I'm gonna blow you up anyway so that we can get up here faster. And because you were a key beggar, so of course we're gonna blow you up. Oh, no. I hope that I could save a bomb there, but that's okay. We got 4 bombs back anyway. Man, that deal with the devil play is, I've never seen that happen. Well, at least I have not seen that happen in a long time. Where I just, like, To be fair, there is some bounce back when I opened it, but I think when I opened it as well, my brain was like, hey, spiders. There could be spiders in there. I think this is more of a sign that I need to probably have some coffee. Alright, this is why I love anti-grav. Just paint the screen. If they're going to get to you, they pretty much have to walk through it at some point. Bad damage on my part, but, you know, that's okay. A little bit of damage never hurt anybody unless they'd taken quite a lot of damage in advance. I'm assuming with... Oh, that was very dumb. I'm assuming with anti-grav I can just come down here. Alright, we have Virgo, so we're getting like crazy invincibility here. And look at how much damage we were able to do with one Virgo invincibility. That is ridiculous. It's my favorite thing that starts one blank blank next to One Saturday Morning, ABC's former lineup of must-see cartoons. You might be saying, well, why use the sun when you have Curse of the Lost? But at the same time, why not, you know? We'll still get the Necronomicon effect. I actually think blank card AWAS is pretty terrible. Well, especially at this point, it makes, like, very little sense, if not no sense. So, I'm thinking we'll probably just skip that because that's basically a slap in the face of good items everywhere. That was a nasty little bit of damage I probably should not have taken. At this point, Master of Lockpicking makes a whole lot of sense, actually. I'm super happy to have it. Yep, anyone wants to get close down here? Let me just repeat the immortal words of Dr. Dre. Try to get close and your ass will get smacked. My homie Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre have got my back. Never let me slip, because if I'm slipped, then I'm slipping. And if I got my Nina on, you know I'm straight tripping. Obviously, we gotta roll blank card Yera Rune, Master of Unlocking. It's just too good to pass up. I kind of feel like Dead Bird is okay in this situation. At least it's worth the price of doing business. I've had some runs where Dead Bird didn't totally suck it up. I mean, I've had some runs where Dead Bird is just literally fucking worthless as well, but I think this is a situation where Dead Bird is not necessarily trashed here. Last one's Chubb, I think, yeah. So we have no respawns, but I don't think we really need them. At the very least, a couple of Virgo invincibilities would be nice, but apart from that, we don't really need to worry about it. And I feel like Blank Card Yera may actually have the chance to give us more HP than Blank Card Sun would. Blank Card Sun, we are done. You've been usurped by the best rune. Blank Card Sun. Look, I'm not a very good singer. Can we get over this? What I lack in skill, though, I make up for in enthusiasm. AKA the karaoke trait. Karaokeer. Ah! Got a little too close for me there. Obviously, we're gonna open all these up. Pretty unlikely that we end up getting Guppy out of golden chests. I don't even think it's possible, actually. But with Master of Unlocking, there's no harm, no foul, you know? I guess we might as well use Yera whenever we see fit on this floor. Worst case scenario, we cost ourselves one charge. So, I mean, like, we can't go down to the next floor with 3 charges because we don't have the battery or anything like that. If you could just walk into these with a little bit more reliability, that would be amazing. There's a little bit of knockback when you fire them like that. That'll keep them back. I do wish that we'd been able to use the mapping on this floor just to figure out where the heck we should go, though. I'm a little bit confused, but the confusion doesn't matter so much as long as we just find the boss room because we're going straight down anyway. I really want to Yera that. Like, oh, okay. We could Yera these pills. That might actually be a good outcome here. If one of them is Balls of Steel. Tears Up. Balls of Steel. Tears Up. You know what? I'm going to take one Tears Up, and I know people are going to be like, what are you doing? But I think we're getting close to the cap anyway. So we get 2 Balls of Steel. We could Yera it again, but I'm thinking we're getting pretty close to the end of the floor. We got 2 Tears upgrades. We could have just held control and done that, but it would have cost us a little bit of time. Which, of course, I cannot abide. I think we might be at that cap anyway. Even I know anti-grav lets you break the cap. I think maybe we're already at the broken cap. Or we can't really get past the broken cap. You know what I mean. That worked out pretty well, though. Considering the low cost to do business there. Might as well pick up the money. The keys don't really do anything for us. In all likelihood, the money will not either, but still. Try to get him to land, like, directly on top of all of our shots. Whenever possible, if we can get ball of bandages in there. Like, I really should not have let myself take damage there, but it happens. Let's be honest. I hate this room. Pretty much everything about it. There's a curse room, though, and we're actually... we're closing in on that Guppy chance, man. It still exists. As a result of our, kind of surprising Guppy's head pickup recently. You are deceased. The only reason I'm doing this room... I actually don't hate this room as much as the envy rooms, I guess, but... the only reason I'm doing this room is because there's a lot of stuff adjacent to it that I don't want to have to do multiple times. Plus, I guess there's two reasons, because it allows me to do the curse room as well. This format again. Well, as long as we get 2 spirit hearts, I don't mind, because we're breaking even, basically. Could have doubled those with Yera. That probably would have been a smart idea. Onsu's rune is effectively worthless. Mr. Boom, I don't really care. I don't want a Yera, because I'm assuming we're so close to the boss room. But... probably this is... I mean, it's not going to come back to bite me in the ass. Like, it's not going to cause a loss, but it might be a slightly suboptimal play. I think you got to keep it into perspective, you know? Suboptimal play does not necessarily equal bad. You know, people do suboptimal stuff all the time and still succeed. Even against one another, in competition. Right now, we're in competition against a static enemy in the form of the game, and I'm feeling like we're pretty much set. There is a tinted rock here. Plenty of bombs. We could have probably gotten him to step on it, but whatever. I'm not being cocky. Like, if I'm making mistakes, it's not because of cockiness. It's really just because Daddy Longlegs is a dick, and very hard to dodge those feet that come down, unless I'm completely missing something. Obviously, the ones that are not telegraphed is what I mean. Maybe if you just keep moving fast enough, you don't have a problem. But if you move into them, it's not like mom's foot. I believe you take damage. Should probably stop getting close to enemies. That's also a big source of preventable damage for me. Again, maybe a Yera rune, but what are we hoping for at this point? You trying to get rich on bombs? I don't think that really does too much for us. Well, that's just your classic way to open a second secret room right there. Place a bomb too far away to hit the tinted rock you were originally intending on hitting, and then have an enemy blow the bomb towards what could be a secret room. I guess we didn't have small rock. We picked it up earlier, but it didn't stick with us because of the D100, I suppose. I didn't really think about it. One of these is Balls of Steel, is it not? Telepills, Balls of Steel, full health, range up, tears up. Pretty decent. Blank card Joker? Well, we'll use the Joker card here. I'm going to use Joker instead of blank card. I know it's going to sound ridiculous. And there's the Guppy Dream. But we know we're taking Yera down with us anyway, so it's not like it really matters. Now that we got the Guppy items, a win is definitely guaranteed here. And probably very, very quickly as well. Which is a little bit, you know, anticlimactic, I suppose. But at the same time, I'm just happy that, you know, it exists and we have the opportunity to move on. Very stupid damage. We're going to have the opportunity to move on to a fun chest here, followed by an Isaac run that hopefully, you know, if business as usual happens, should be fine for us. Man, that Virgo invincibility is so strong. Okay, so it's down to the next floor, and we're just going to Yera as much as we can, basically, because we have Master of Unlocking. So we'll blank card once. That's what I meant. Blank card, not Yera. But it's effectively the same. It's the first time we've had Guppy in recent memory for me, which, admittedly, my recent memory is not that many runs, because there's been a few days where I've not played Isaac here. But still, I'm happy to have it. And this was a weird Judas run, you know? I'm always happy when a Judas run makes it out of the first floor or two, at least. I hope people haven't taken my comments about Judas as like, oh, Northern Lion sandbagging. Judas is actually one of the best characters in the game. He just has a little bit of a scary start relative to some characters. So, what I'm worried about is, within the context of the streak, a 1 HP start is real dangerous. Just because, you know, one enemy hitting us the wrong way could cause a lot of problems. But it also leads to some of the more enjoyable starts because of that risk, I think. So this will be 12 items. That's good. Usually we have, like, an upper ceiling on how many items we can get because of the number of keys that we have. But with Master of Unlocking, we can pretty much just go for broke here. But I'm probably just going to find the boss, then I'll open all of them. Because I have done this before. Oh, that's so good. I have done this before with, like, almost exactly the same combination. And you get, like, 100 chests. you just breakfast the shit out of yourself, which is nice, but I don't know. It's lost its gimmicky appeal to me at some point down the line, I think. So this will be our last one right here. Might as well. I think this will be 24 items. That's a very reasonable haul, honestly, from the chest. So actually, it'll be 48 because we're going to do this. And we're going to do this. Okay, let's open all of these. This should not break the game, but give us some cool items. You probably don't need me to give you an indicator of each one. I'll just call out the ones that are good. We haven't really had great ones so far. Judas' Shadow is fine, of course. Let's get into the middle of it now. We might end up missing some items here as I kind of push my way through the bottom. That's okay. Don't get bent out of shape. It really doesn't matter if we bring the most optimal spacebar item into our boss fight. We are going to win regardless. We haven't really gotten anything I'd consider too incredible yet, though. Well, the D4 is hilarious, and we'll breakfast the shit out of ourselves. But we're not going to use the D4, I think, because we already have a lot of good items here that I'm really happy to have. We picked up a lot of damage, and I think our current... it sucks that we don't have... or that we do have shielded tiers, though. Yeah, this is too good to pass up. I'm sorry, D4. I appreciate you. I understand what you're trying to do in the world today, but at the same time, we already have cool synergies here. You know, Cricket's Body also breaks the tier cap, I think. Pyromaniac, Sad Bombs, Rubber Cement. I'm going to be in here for a little while. I kind of want to shoot some bombs here just to see how this works. Or shoot some tiers. We haven't taken Sad Bombs yet. There we go. Mom's Bra, Monstro's Lung, Cursed Eye. I have no idea how this works. I think we've opened all of them. There's a couple of passes we haven't taken. Tech Point 5's up there. Mom's Perfume. We want Smart Fly. Oh, there's a couple of things here. Tiny Planet, that'll be weird. Spider Bite, we will take Experimental Treatment. Let's get back down there with Tech Point 5. Oh, 2020 was in there. Hot Bombs. Any passives? No passives left. Tell you what, we'll use the D4 after we kill the boss just to see what's going on. Lots of colors in the bomb explosion here. Kind of want to try just one of them out, see if this works well. I imagined we were doing a lot of damage. We did pick up a lot of amazing stuff there. Alright, let's do it. I'm ready. One Sad Bomb. Doesn't have to get the job done. Let's re-roll and see what we got. Oh, Jesus. Not super terrible. We got Ipecac. Those earlier shots are from our last reroll, which is funny. Anyway, easy run. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. We're up to 104, 105 coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Nothing more complicated than that.